The town square is eerily silent. A few black residents stand outside the courthouse, their faces tight with anticipation. Inside, the judge calls the court to order. Noah sits on the witness stand, his small hands gripping the edge of the wooden table. The weight of his words presses on him like a storm cloud, but he knows he has to speak. Judge Whitmore, sternly, "Young man, state your name for the record." "Noah," his voice barely above a whisper. "Noah Carter." Judge Whitmore, leaning forward, "Speak up, son." Noah swallows hard. He glances at his mother, Angela, sitting in the gallery, her eyes filled with both fear and encouragement. He takes a deep breath, gathering courage from the warmth of her gaze. "Noah," louder, "My name is Noah Carter, defense attorney, Mr. Henderson." "Noah, I need you to tell the court what you heard the night behind the courthouse. Tell the truth, son. Don't be afraid." Noah's hands tremble, but he tightens his grip. His mind flashes back to that night, the moonlight filtering through the trees, the cruel laughter of the officers as they spoke in hushed, callous tones. "Noah, steady now. I was behind the courthouse with Jasmine. We were playing, but then we heard two policemen talking. They were laughing. One of them said," his throat tightens, "they planted the evidence, that Malcolm didn't do it." A stunned silence fills the courtroom. Gasps ripple through the crowd. Malcolm's wife clasps her hands over her mouth, tears streaming down her face. Prosecutor, quickly standing, "Objection. This is hearsay." Judge Whitmore, cutting him off, his face suddenly pale. Overruled. Noah looks directly at the judge, his small voice ringing with unexpected strength. "Noah," softly. They framed him. The words hang in the air like a thunderclap. The courtroom explodes into murmurs, disbelief, outrage. Judge Whitmore shifts uncomfortably in his seat. The prosecution's faces drain of color. The truth, raw and undeniable, is now out in the open. A journalist furiously scribbles notes. Someone from the back of the room stands, eyes blazing. Journalist, muttering, "If that's true, how many other cases were rigged?" The question ripples through the room, igniting something deeper than just this trial. The walls of silence and complicity begin to crack. Angela watches her son, her hands gripping the arms of the bench. Pride and fear war in her chest. Amid the chaos, Malcolm meets Noah's eyes. He nods, a silent thank you, a moment of shared understanding. Noah swallows the lump in his throat. He did it. He spoke up. The judge slams his gavel. Judge Whitmore, "Order, order!" The courtroom falls into tense silence, but the truth has already taken root and nothing will ever be the same again. "Noah," whispers, clutching his knees. "I can't stop hearing them, Jasmine. The way they laughed. Like Malcolm's life doesn't mean anything." Jasmine, nervous, glancing around. "I told you, Noah. We aren't supposed to be talking about, this. What if somebody hears?" Noah, firm, voice trembling. "But it isn't right. They lied, Jasmine. And Malcolm's going to lose everything because of it." Jasmine, lowering her voice. "My mama says we have to be careful. People like us, if we speak up, they make sure we don't speak again." Noah, looking away, jaw tightening. "I can't just sit here. Every time I close my eyes, I see him, like my daddy, locked away. Ain't nobody listening." Angela, gently brushing Noah's hair back. "Baby, what's got you so restless?" Noah, hesitant, looking down. "Mama, if you knew something bad was happening, something really wrong, would you tell?" Angela, stiffening, carefully measuring her words. "Depends on who I'd be telling. Some truths aren't safe to say out loud." Noah, pleading, "But what if someone's life depended on it?" Angela, shaken, gripping his hands tightly. "Noah, listen to me. I lost your father because we thought truth was enough. It isn't, baby. Not always. You have to know when speaking up could mean losing everything." Noah, softly near tears. "But if nobody speaks, nothing changes." Angela, eyes glistening, voice breaking. "I know, baby. I know." Protesters, chanting, "Justice for Malcolm! Justice for Malcolm!" A loud crack echoes as a tear gas canister lands near the crowd. People scatter, coughing, shielding their faces. Noah clutches Angela's hand as she pulls him away, fear flashing in her eyes. Noah, watching in horror. "Why are they doing this? We haven't hurt anybody." Angela, yanking him closer, voice urgent. "Because we aren't meant to fight back, baby. They make the rules and they don't like when we break them." Noah, tears forming. "It isn't fair." Angela, whispering, kissing his forehead. "No, baby, it isn't." Reporter on TV screen. Malcolm Turner, a known troublemaker, stands. Trial this week for the murder of Gerald Whitmore. Sources say the evidence against him is overwhelming. Noah, staring at the screen, fists clenched. They're lying. Jasmine, nodding, voice small. I know. Noah, gritted teeth. They know he isn't doing it, and they don't care. They just want to see him locked away. Jasmine, voice shaking. So what are we supposed to do? We're just kids, Noah. Noah, determined, standing up. Maybe, but we're the only ones who know the truth. Malcolm's lawyer, sighing, rubbing his temples. Your Honor, the defense moves to dismiss this case on the grounds of insufficient evidence. Judge Harrison Whitmore, coldly, barely looking up. Motion denied. Proceed with the trial. Noah, whispering to Jasmine, gripping the bench. They aren't even trying to hide it. He's already decided. Jasmine, eyes wide, whispering back. Noah, we shouldn't be here. Noah, staring at Malcolm, who looks exhausted, defeated. He doesn't deserve this. I have to do something. Jasmine, grabbing his arm, urgent. Noah. No, it isn't safe. Noah, quiet but firm. Ain't nothing safe about staying quiet. Noah sits on his bed, knees tucked under his chin. His mind replays the courtroom scene over and over. The tears in Malcolm's children's eyes, the cold, indifferent stares of the white jury, the smug confidence of the prosecution. The weight of the truth presses down on his small frame like a boulder. Noah whispers to himself, I have to do something. I have to. Angela enters the room carrying a folded blanket. She pauses, noticing Noah's troubled expression. Angela, softly, Baby, you haven't touched your dinner. What's wrong? Noah hesitates, then takes a deep breath. Noah, Mama, I need to tell you something. Angela's heart tightens at the fear in his voice. She sits on the edge of the bed. Angela, gently, What is it, baby? Noah, I heard them, Mama. The police. That night behind the courthouse. They were laughing, saying they framed Mr. Malcolm. Angela's body stiffens. The color drains from her face. Angela, whispering, Lord help me. Noah watches his mother's hands tremble. He remembers how she looked the day his father was taken away, like a bird with clipped wings, powerless and broken. Noah, Mama, we have to tell someone. We can't let them do this. Angela closes her eyes. The memories crash into her like a wave. Her husband's trial, the way no one listened, the way they called him a liar until they stole his life away. Angela, shaky. Noah, if you speak up, they'll come for you too, just like they came for your daddy. Noah, firmly. But, Mama, if I don't, they'll keep doing it. Not just to Mr. Malcolm, to others, just like Daddy. Angela swallows hard, staring at her son. He is so small, yet carrying something too big for even a grown man. She realizes, with a deep, aching certainty, that staying silent hasn't saved them. It never has. Angela, determined. Get your coat. We're going to see Mr. Henderson. In Mr. Henderson's office, the air is thick with tension. The seasoned lawyer listens intently as Noah speaks. When the boy finishes, Henderson leans back in his chair, rubbing his chin. Mr. Henderson, gravely, do you understand what you're saying, son? If you testify, they'll try to break you. They'll call you a liar, a troublemaker. And they won't stop there. Noah glances at his mother, then back at Mr. Henderson. His voice wavers, but his eyes burn with conviction. Noah, it's the right thing to do. Angela grips Noah's hand, pride and fear battling in her chest. Mr. Henderson nods slowly. Then we fight. The courtroom is packed. Whispers ripple through the crowd as Noah takes the stand. Judge Harrison Whitmore barely conceals his irritation. Judge Whitmore, bored. State your name for the court. Noah, voice small but steady. Noah Carter. The prosecutor smirks, leaning forward. Prosecutor, now Noah, you're just a boy. Are you sure you didn't misunderstand something? Maybe you were playing a game and your imagination got the best of you. Noah grips the edges of the wooden stand. His mother's words echo in his mind. Stay silent. Stay safe. But another voice rises louder. Malcolm's children crying. His own father's last look before they took him away. Noah, clear, unwavering. They framed him. The courtroom falls into a stunned silence. Judge Whitmore's face pales. Noah, stronger. Now, the police. I heard them say it. They put the evidence there. They knew he was innocent. Gasps break through the crowd. The prosecutor's smirk vanishes. Malcolm's defense attorney straightens, fire in his eyes. Defense attorney, Your Honor, I demand an immediate review of this testimony. Judge Whitmore, pounding gavel. Order. Order in the court. But order is long gone. Reporters scribble furiously. Malcolm's family sobs in shock. Angela clutches her chest, both terrified and proud. Then a journalist stands up suddenly, holding up his notepad. Journalist, loudly. Your Honor, these officers were involved in another case years ago. The wrongful conviction of Charles Carter. Angela gasps, gripping the bench. The courtroom erupts. Judge Whitmore's mask of authority cracks for the first time. He looks uncertain. He looks afraid. The town's long-buried secrets are finally rising to the surface. Noah, V.O. People say a town never changes, but I know that isn't true, 'cause I saw it happen with my own eyes. And it all started the day I opened my mouth. Judge Harrison Whitmore sits stiffly at the bench, his face pale, his grip on the gavel tight. The courtroom is still reeling from Noah's words. Noah, soft but steady. They framed him. Gasps ripple through the courtroom. Malcolm Turner's wife clutches her chest, eyes wide with hope and fear. The prosecution shuffles uncomfortably, exchanging nervous glances. Defense attorney clears throat, stepping forward. Your Honor, in light of this testimony, we request an immediate investigation into the evidence presented against Mr. Turner. Prosecutor, hastily. Your Honor, this is just the word of a child. He could be mistaken. Noah, firmly cutting him off. I am not mistaken, I heard them. They said they planted evidence. They laughed about it. The room falls into silence. Judge Whitmore's fingers twitch. He exhales sharply, his usual air of control slipping. Judge Whitmore, gritted teeth. Court is adjourned until further notice. He bangs the gavel. The courtroom erupts. Angela rushes to Noah, pulling him into her arms. Angela, whispering, You were so brave, baby. So brave. Malcolm's wife, voice breaking. Thank you. Thank you, Noah. Malcolm, still in handcuffs, turns to Noah with a look of pure gratitude. Malcolm, hoarse. You saved my life, son. Days pass. Investigations unfold. The town is forced to face its own darkness. News reporter, on TV. A shocking turn in the Turner case as corruption within the police department comes to light. Officers involved in falsifying evidence have been arrested. Civil rights activists call for broader reform. Angela watches the news with a trembling hand over her mouth. Her eyes flicker to an old, worn photograph of Noah's father. Noah, Mama, do you think they'll look at Daddy's case too? Angela swallows hard, emotion thick in her throat. Angela, soft but determined. We're going to make sure they do. The day Malcolm walks free, the courthouse steps are packed with supporters. The black community cheers as he steps into the sunlight, his family rushing to embrace him. Jasmine, to Noah in awe, You did this. Noah grips her hand. His stomach still twists with fear, but for the first time, hope is stronger. Weeks later, murals start appearing across town. One, right beside the courthouse, catches Noah's eye. It's him, small, scared, but standing on the witness stand. Underneath, 3 words are painted in bold letters. They framed him. Angela kneels beside him, squeezing his shoulder. Angela, you changed things, Noah. You changed things for good. Noah stares up at the mural, the weight on his heart just a little lighter. He takes a deep breath and turns away from the past, walking toward a future he helped shape.